Hello everyone, it's ShinespriteDitto, welcoming you back for more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I did not mean to start the video on the pause menu, but hey, it wouldn't be a finale if there weren't some hiccups at the end, right? Well, it wouldn't be a video from me if there weren't any hiccups at all. But we can hear the organ, and we are climbing up Ganon's tower. The enemies are piling up. We are approaching the final boss of the game. With nothing left to do, let's just make our way to Ganondorf. Like, enough with, like, the BS. Like, quit trolling, quit playing. We don't play like that. Like, we are killing Ganondorf, or at least sealing him inside the Sacred Realm, because Nintendo game. Although I say that, but for those of you who have played Twilight Princess, or even Majora's Mask, or Wind Waker. Wind Waker has a surprisingly violent kill scene in it, but we are getting closer and closer to Ganondorf, and I really love this area. Just hordes and hordes of enemies. Ganondorf is not even going to let us get to him without a fight, even though he's the one that called us to the tower, so you think he would just let us right in. I just want to say that if we are able to get an opening, the light arrows actually do work on normal enemies. And for most enemies, they will insta-kill, but it looked like it just stunned these guys. I know they insta-kill in Majora's Mask for like everything, but I think they're kind of like not as powerful in this game for some reason, even though obviously that's going to be the thing we need to ultimately destroy Ganondorf, or at least it seems that way. Because I don't know, man, I've never played this game like 312 times. Now, we have two Iron Knuckles. We have fought them before, but we've never fought multiple at a time. If you want to make this easy, just go up and tap one of them and start the battle. But I'm feeling a little risky. And you know what? It would be really funny if I just battled these guys at the same time, wouldn't it? I mean, I have so much health and so much defense. They're still doing a lot, actually. But they walk in such, like, perfect synchronization that I'm kind of able to hit both of them. Easy. Easy. Big Goron sword spin attacks. It don't mess around. The big Goron sword is so busted. It's just so good. The range, and it doesn't even, like, even though it's big and you can't properly shield, you never really use your shield a whole lot in Zelda anyways. Bustor. Wait, did I not grab the boss key? Oh, I killed the Stalfos properly. But I was just too distracted. Oh my god, this is perfect. This is like the best way to end this like let's play of mess ups and like inconsistencies. It's just so I cannot believe that. I hope one of you were watching and was just like screaming like, "You're so stupid! Just open the chest. We got the boss key." Oh my god. Let's just get this game over with, man. I'm ready to move on to the next project, which, speaking of which, there should be a teaser out for the upcoming Let's Play, hidden within this video, maybe. Well, not really hidden. Just stick around if you are, for when the video ends, if you want to see what I plan to Let's Play next. Don't know if that one will be 100%, but I will sure as hell get as close as possible. But enough with like the next Let's Plays. I'm gonna talk more about that stuff when we actually finish this game and get to the credits, so that you guys can have an idea of what to expect going forward after Ocarina of Time. But for now, starting to be no more enemies. It's getting brighter outside, and the organ is getting ever so slightly louder. Through this door is our final test. Let's go. I absolutely love that the organ just isn't Ganondorf's theme, but it's literally him actually playing the organ. The Triforce of Courage. The Triforce of Wisdom. A full heal that we didn't need. The Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The true Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me. Link, I can't help you because of the waves of darkness. I can't get close. I'm sorry, Link. Our Z targeting is completely removed. Great King of Evil Ganondorf, and this would be a lot cooler set piece if the organ stayed. Get out of the way! He is going to dispel the entire section of that floor. Let's see, what items do I want to have equipped? I don't want to use Bomb Chews because I'm going to accidentally keep pressing them. Let's just go Megaton Hammer for now. Alright, so, easier than Phantom Ganon. He's going to... Of course I say that and get hit. Yes, 1.5 hearts of damage. That would be 4 hearts if you do not have the defense upgrade. But just like Phantom Ganon, we're pretty much playing light tennis. However, unlike Phantom Ganon, it'll always deflect back to him. You don't have to like get the angle perfectly right. And just like Twin Rova, I'm going to shield and then spam the sword button. After you knock him down after playing tennis enough times and hit him, you can't just shoot him, you have to shoot him with a light arrow, which will allow Navi to not only Z-target properly, but you can jump over and slice away at him. This is pretty much the first phase of the boss fight. Playing tennis, and then shooting him with a light arrow and just stabbing away. I really like Ganondorf's boss fight because you can see the visual damage, the cape and like his clothes just start to get more torn the more damage that he takes. And of course I messed that up. There's another thing that he can do, but he hasn't quite done it yet. There's actually a couple things he can do. Oh, we're gonna go for that again. Alright. What's pretty famously known about this boss fight is kind of just like Phantom Ganon, where if you have an empty bottle, instead of using your sword to deflect his light, you can actually use the empty bottle to reflect the light back at him. Alright, spam that B button, spam that B button, spam that B button. Alright. Honestly, probably just like 1 or 2 more good hits. There's a couple... Okay, no, we're still not seeing his other moves. If we don't see them, I'll just have to go over them and what they do. I doubt we'll go through this boss fight without seeing them, though. They are really common once you start to get later into the boss fight. Wow! That was pathetic! We didn't even see the common one. The great evil King Ganondorf beaten by this kid! You should be ashamed. That was pathetic. Link! Ganondorf. Pitiful man. For real, he didn't even use any other attacks. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the gods. And... Link, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. Please, follow me. So, in true Metroid fashion, we have an escape sequence. We even have a timer. The timer is so forgiving. It does not take, like, 3 minutes to get to the bottom of this thing. I don't think I've seen it because I've, like, seen other people do it, and I've looked it up of, like, what happens if you just let the timer run out. But, I've never had it happen to me, not even on my first playthrough. It's super hard to have that happen to you. If you do get hit, though, Zelda will stop in her place and be like, ah! Ah! Because, like, you're getting hit, and she's, like, stunned by that, making sure you're okay. But, yeah, escape sequence with Zelda. We have to follow her completely out of the tower. I really like this part. It's nice teaming up with Zelda to be able to enact some sort of cool escape sequence at the end of the game. It's really, really cool. Bunch of stuff on the floor, but we can just walk around it. In fact, we're almost done. We just have like a few more areas. like that's how forgiving the timer is. But I guess do keep in mind that the timer still clicks during her animations, so 220. Alright, now this room changes things up. We see a small little cutscene, and oh! Alright, we just got some Stalfos, nothing we haven't dealt with before. We've battled these so many times since we became an adult that they are just second nature at this point. Honestly, just gonna probably spam the spin attack. Fight me, you cowards! Fight back! Although, just like the other ones, like in the Forest Temple when you're fighting multiple of them, if you don't kill both of them in time, they will respawn the other, so keep that in mind too. Shoot up's a bunch of hearts. Shoot up like 6. We didn't even lose that many hearts between Ganondorf and now. Okay, so I guess with some extra time while we're escaping out of here, Ganondorf has another attack where he kind of like does like the reverse Spirit Bomb from Dragon Ball GT, where he like absorbs a bunch of energy and holds it above his head and then like throws it down at you. If that happens, you can actually deflect it back at him just like the normal like balls of light that he was throwing at you. You just have to charge up a spin attack and time it with the spin attack so that when that ball hits you, you release the spin attack and then it'll all just go back to him, and then you can shoot him with the light arrow and proceed as normal. And if you get too close to him, there's a re-dead. Let's kill it. Let's kill it. Yeah, let's kill it. Wow, I like how the light arrows don't even like affect the re-deads. But yeah, he has another attack where if you get too close to him or don't leave like his platform in time, he will punch the floor again like he did at the start of the fight, and he'll cause more squares to fall off. And if you let the battle go on too long, he'll do it as well, and eventually he can get rid of like that whole other section to where you're jumping over like 2 entire things to get to him. It can be kind of aggravating if all of that builds up over time, but we escaped properly. Ganondorf is defeated, but he's not sealed inside the sacred realm. We just killed that man. We destroyed him. That was so pathetic. Like the most pathetic display of power I've ever seen. It all comes crumbling down. It's over. It's finally over. Link, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. no. What is that sound? Let's go investigate. Ganondorf. Looks like they pulled out their big Goron sword during that cutscene. Whoa. Alright. No additional title. Just Ganon. The name alone strikes fear. The Master Sword. We have no way of using it. There's no way he's going to hold me back again. This time we fight together. You got it, Navi. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my god, one of the coolest things in the game. There's lightning, a fire barrier, and just the two of us. He's just gone so mad with power that all there is just a beast just focused on destruction. Alright, there's the easy way and the hard way. The easy way, I'm going to show you real fast, but I'm not going to stick to it. If you got the big Goron sword, you have the option of baiting him into slicing you, and going behind him and slicing away at his tail. That is super easy and is how you're going to get through this boss fight with the big Goron sword. However, you can also use the Megaton Hammer in such a way, but the Megaton Hammer being a lot slower and requiring two hands is a lot more difficult to get precise, but if you target fast enough, you should be able to do it. So I've shown you those ways. I am going to not do that, although I can't unequip the big Goron sword because I don't have the Master Sword. I never got a Hylian shield, but honestly, it's gonna bug me. I'll probably go back and do it at some point. So there's a lot of things that you can do. And oddly enough, I want to show you one that's really funny. The main way you're supposed to do this is to stun him with light arrows and then shoot his tail with light arrows. But what's funny is you can actually stun him with Deku Nuts. Like, you can have a short stun where he's like, yo, what the fuck was that? I can't see. Like, what? And then you can just hit his tail with Deku Nuts. It is so funny to me. Either way, this boss is cool. I love the fire, I love the lightning, I love the aesthetic, I love its design, I love what it represents, just going absolutely insane with power. And just throwing everything away to become a beast. For those of you, actually I don't want to spoil Tears of the Kingdom at all because it's still relatively new. So if some of you are playing through that, I do not want to take that experience away from you. And I'm just going to keep using light arrows and Deku Nuts, but yeah, as cool as this boss is, unfortunately, even without the Master Sword, it's pathetically easy. Just like Ganondorf before. Easy final boss, but I don't care because it's cool and fun. Link, the Master Sword is here! Hurry up! And now with the fires dispelled, we can retrieve the Master Sword once more, which is required to finish this fight. We grab it back, and Ganondorf is ready to enter the fight once again. There we go. We'll shoot him with a light arrow. I'm just going to go ahead and use all my magic. There we go. Stun him with a Deku Nut. Roll underneath him and just swing away at the Master Sword. That's kind of just what we're going to do from now on, now that we're out of magic. I guess we could always just refill it with what we have, but not really necessary. Like I said, easy boss fight. Wait for him to swing, crawl underneath him, target his tail. That's all there is to it, and in fact, we should be really close to being done. Probably just one more hit? Okay, no. Maybe another one? I'm gonna use up all my Deku Nuts. Okay, we do still have a fairy though, just in case. I am kind of getting my ass kicked, but honestly, we can afford to be reckless at this point. And whoa, I missed? Alright. Wow. Still not defeated. I guess I might need that fairy after all. Even though this boss fight really is easy. Oh boy, we get to end the game with the annoying beeping noise. Hold him in place, Zelda. I'm using my power to hold the evil king. You use your sword and deliver the final blow. Of course. She's using all of her energy. The sword of light shines one... I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. The beeping is gone. No it isn't, I lied! The final blow. Six sages, now! Ancient creators of Hyrule. Now open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm! You. Curse you, Zelda! Curse you, sages. Curse you, Link! Someday, when this seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand. Thank you, Link. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world. For a time. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, I could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. Now it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Link, give the Ocarina of Time to me. As a sage, I can return you to your original time with it. Okay. That is a look of regret and agony. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now, go home, Link. Regain your lost time. Home, where you were supposed to be. The way that you're supposed to be. Thank you, Link. Goodbye. Alright, everyone. That was The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. While the credits roll, I want to say a few things about this game, and just my experience with Let's Playing it. Ocarina of Time was one of like 6 games that I had when I was younger. And it sounds crazy, but for those of you that don't know, I am 22 years old at the time of recording this. I'll be 23 later in the year. And when I know I sound like a 6-year-old, but I'm actually in my 20s. Ocarina of Time 3D came out in 2011, which I cannot believe that it was that long ago. And I was 9 years old when it came out, but I was 10 years old that following Christmas. And I got the game for Christmas because of I got a 3DS and I got Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7 for Christmas. And I didn't know what to get after that. For those of you who don't remember the release year and the following year of the 3DS, it wasn't exactly a plentiful time for games, especially when you're like 10 years old and don't know like a whole lot of video games other than, you know, just sort of like the mainstream, like what you'll see everywhere and the marketing and stuff. But the reason I even got into Zelda in the first place was because of a name that all of you have to know. If you're watching this, you know Chugga Conroy. And he did a Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. And before Ocarina of Time, I played games very casually. I had like Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, and a few others. But my copy of Super Mario Sunshine broke. Like the disc just broke when I was about 6 or 7, and I got really nostalgic for the game one time. Uh, I wouldn't say nostalgic. It broke when I was super young. And I wanted to play it again. And I was probably around 8. So it was probably like 2 or 3 years that I went without playing it. And it's because I came across Chugga Conroy's Super Mario Sunshine Let's Play that I ended up buying the game again. And he just started doing all kinds of games. He did Majora's Mask, Luigi's Mansion, and Wind Waker, and Pokemon Emerald. By the time I started watching his videos, he was doing Pokemon Emerald at the time when I had discovered that stuff. So that was what was new at the time. And I really loved his content, and I loved him as a person in the games that he played, and how in depth and how he would tell you everything about them. And because I enjoyed watching him play Wind Waker, because I went back and watched all of his stuff, I decided to give Zelda a chance. I had heard him talk about Ocarina of Time in videos before, so when I saw it on the 3DS when I went to GameStop with extra like Christmas money, I decided to play it. And this single-handedly is the game that turned me into a gamer. I loved it on the 3DS so much, and I didn't have a whole lot of money growing up, so Ocarina of Time was one of the very few games, like one of like 5 to 10, that I had for years until I was old enough to get a job and start buying games myself. I would get new games only from my birthday and Christmas, and once I was able to buy games for myself, is when I really started to become a gamer, and it's because of Ocarina of Time. I played every Zelda game, I became a huge Zelda fan, and because of that game and its meaning to me, I wanted to show that off to you guys. Chugga Conroy is a huge inspiration for me, and an amazing part of my childhood. I still watch his content, and I think you can tell by my style of producing videos that that's the kind of content that I want to make and show to you guys. There was a comment on one of my videos, and here we go. We have the sages overlooking Hyrule, now that it's at peace. Sorry on top of Darunia. It's so cute that they get to see Hyrule once again in a completely peaceful state. I I I, I love it. Um, well, yeah, let's finish up the game here before I continue. We have this beautiful credits music. I've been playing so long, my Switch is dimming down. But we have this beautiful credits music and just the celebration of everyone being at peace. And now that we've all grown up and matured through this journey, Navi no longer sees a need to be with us. We've completed our task. Ganondorf is sealed, Hyrule is saved, and the Master Sword slumbers once again. Link returns once more to warn Zelda of the impending doom of Ganondorf. And The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, has come to an end. But I want to sit on the screen for a minute, and because I love the sound of my own voice, we're gonna keep talking a little bit. But yeah, with how much this game meant to me, I wanted to show it off to you guys. It's not my favorite game of all time, um, and it's not even my favorite Zelda game of all time. But it is a game that meant the most to me. It's one of the first games I played, and that made me love video games and storytelling and became a gamer. It's responsible for all the debt I have now of my video game collection. Um, and as a result, the game that made me a gamer should also be the game that makes me a Let's Player. And that's why I'm here today. Um, by the style of this Let's Play and the way I wanted to do things as informative and 100% as possible, I think you guys can tell that Chugga Conroy is a huge influence on the type of content that I want to make. Um, I know that I will never be that big and that he will never see these videos ever, but um, I just want to be more like that, you know. We hear a Scarecrow song, um, and I received a comment on one of my videos saying that they had learned so much about this game via my videos. And that meant the absolute world to me because before this Let's Play, I was talking to one of my friends and I said, if I can teach one person one thing about this game, or just introduce this game to one person, or that one person like watches like all of these videos, it'll all be worth it and it will make me just so happy. I don't have a lot of viewers. I'm starting to get consistently about 20 to 30, which is so small, so small. And for a game like Ocarina of Time that's super old and done to death in Let's Plays, I'm really happy with that. And I am so thankful and just completely overjoyed by the comments that I'm getting that have enjoyed my content. And I'm really thankful for all of those that have stuck around. It means the world to me. And I hope I see you for future projects as well because I got a lot of good things planned and this was meant to sort of guide me into the true projects that I want to do and the things that I have planned to sort of gauge that experience. And I love Ocarina of Time and I hope now, if you didn't before, you love it too. I'll see you guys next time. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. You know, it's been a job well done.
but I think we should... What's this? What on earth? Oh. You were hiding this the whole time? Well, I guess we know what we gotta do next.